Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing on with our Let's Play Pleasantview series and today we are getting to know the Goth family. So with the Goth family, we have Mortimer here who is the father and his wife Bella was tragically abducted by aliens and has never returned. So he is trying to sort of continue on with his life without the love of his life, which has been difficult and a big adjustment for the entire family. They have their eldest child, Cassandra, who is an adult now and she's ready to branch out onto her own. But she is engaged to someone who is questionable to say the least, which is Mr. Don Lothario. They have been planning a wedding for quite some time now, but Don has been dragging his heels and things haven't been progressing the way that Cassandra wants. She is ready to start her family and start her life, but does she have the right man to do that with? And then finally, we have little Alexander. He's just a child. He is living in a rather unpredictable home life at the moment and has been affected by the abduction of his mother. So before we get into things, let's just quickly get to know everybody. So we've got Mortimer here, who has a knowledge aspiration, and his lifetime wish is to max out 7 skills, which I think is a good one for Mortimer, and I do really want to try and get that done. Mortimer is currently in love with Dina. We're unsure at the moment if he sees this as his future wife or if Dina is just a rebound. We'll have to kind of play it by ear. But he's also wanting to flirt with Nina, which is Dina's sister. So that's speaking more rebound to me, but we'll see. He is a retired mad scientist and he has maxed cooking, logic, and cleaning so far. So to get his lifetime wish, we do only have to max the other 4. He is a Cancer. He's sloppy, reasonably outgoing, lazy, playful, and a bit of a grouch. Standard in the fitness. No real reputation at the moment, and his bio, cheerful and outgoing, Mortimer brings his old country upbringing into the modern age. He has an unusual fondness for insects. His interests are culture, health, paranormal, animals, sci-fis, toys, and work. We don't know what his hobby is. And his memories, just go back. The standard, he's grown up well, he's learned all his skills. He had his first kiss with Bella. He worked hard at his career. They got married. He ended up having Cassandra. Then his father died. Just working away. Had Alexander. He reached the top of his career. Alexander's in private school. Recently, Cassandra got engaged and he has retired. His turn-ons are stink, okay, and fitness, and his turn-off is blonde hair. Okay. We'll come back and do his aspiration rewards after. Then we have Cassandra. She is a family aspiration, and her lifetime wish is to become an education minister. That's quite cool. I am just going to quickly promise have a baby because that is one of her sort of main goals. Her turn-ons are hats and hard worker. She also doesn't like blonde hair. Her memories, obviously not exactly the same because her father is much older, but they're very similar. She's been excelling in school. She's learned all her skills. She's had the death of her grandparents and obviously her mother being abducted. They are big milestones in her life that have sort of negatively impacted her. But she's just starting out in the world. She's been working hard in the science career. She's fallen in love for the first time, and she's ready to move on from there. We don't know what her hobby is yet. And her interests are health, paranormal, work, toys, sci-fi, and school. Oh, she's also quite into food. And she is a Virgo. She is neat, shy, kind of lazy, playful, and a bit of a grouch like her dad. Cassandra is the quiet, mysterious type. Nobody ever knows quite what she's thinking. And then finally, we have little Alexander. He wants to buy a lemonade stand. Okay. I will promise get an A in school. He doesn't have an aspiration or a lifetime wish at the moment. He is in private school, as we've already seen, and he is an A student. So when he goes to school tomorrow, he should get an A+. He is also a Cancer. As a child of older parents, Alexander often wonders if he missed out on anything. His hobbies include optometry and number theory. I love Alexander. He is sloppy, outgoing, lazy, playful, and again, he's a bit of a grouch. They're quite a serious family. His interests are the environment, animals, school, toys, sci-fi, paranormal, kind of into weather, and sports, which I think is a bit interesting. We don't know his hobby yet, and his memories are much the same. He doesn't seem to remember Bella being abducted, though. So he's just basically grown up without his mother around, which is a shame. So as I said in the last part, I don't do the aspiration rewards for anyone younger than an adult. So we'll just quickly do Mortimer's just now. For a secondary aspiration, I think Mortimer would probably be secondary family. You know, he is a family man at heart and he wants the best for his children. We'll also just fully do the knowledge ones and I guess the needs. I'm going to ignore the work. Although he wants some jobs, I don't know if I really want him to go back into the workforce at his age. So we'll do that. And then for Cassandra, she would definitely be a secondary knowledge sim. It's quite a dominant aspiration in this family. They're all incredibly intelligent. So I will put that in. Also do that. I don't really want super fertility. There's going to be enough children as it is. And for her, I'm also going to put some in her work one, just because her lifetime wish is to reach the top of a career. So that is The Sims. I don't want to get Cassandra and Don married today just because I do want to play all the Sims in their own houses for the first part, just so we get to know them. But we will flirt with Don a little, we'll caress him, we'll give him a romantic hug, and then we'll give him a little kiss. Just get things heating up a bit here. One of the main things I want to do today, though, is I actually want to send Mortimer on a date with Dina, just so we can try and find out what is going on there. Ooh, fireworks. That was quite a kiss. Cassandra better strike while the iron is hot and get married. Look on the wedding arch. As I said, we're not going to do that. I know it's kind of going against a little storyline that's planned, but I don't really fancy doing that just now. Also, one thing I do want to do is I quickly want to add in a double bed for Cassandra, just because, you know, she's an adult now and she does need that. So let's go and quickly do that. Try to think what one would go best in here. And so I've also turned, or maybe this one. I have also turned off the build and buy music. Although I absolutely love the Sims 2 music, I just thought it would probably be best. There we go. We'll also get another little end table in here. There we go. I'll probably give a little makeover to the bedrooms for the next part, but I wanted to make sure there was a double bed just for, you know, Cassandra and Dawn if they need it. Alexander's a bit peckish, so what we'll do is we'll get Cassandra to go and serve some mac and cheese for dinner. And I think what we're going to get Mortimer to do now is just go and ask Dina out on a date while it's still early enough. Just so we can kind of get an idea if the relationship with Dina is going to progress. I know that Dina definitely wants it to. She's kind of got the reputation of being a gold digger, because as you can see, the Goth family have a pretty vast fortune. So they need to be a bit careful about who they let into their lives, because they don't want someone that's going to take advantage of this. So, you know, we do just need to kind of see what's happening there. So we're going to ask Dina on a date. We'll go to a community law. We'll go out for dinner. We will not take family members with us. So Taxi will be out to pick us up soon. So Cassandra and Don can just kind of babysit Alexander tonight. Obviously won't get to know Alexander and Cassandra and things while we're out on the date. But the way it works in The Sims 2, we're going on a date. I have got all the things installed, so I think we're going to go downtown. And I like Bernard's Botanical Dining. I do think that's a really nice place to go. So we're just going to head here. And we'll get to sort of know Cassandra and Alexander a bit better when we go home. But I do want to focus on Mortimer just now. And leave Don and his horrible piano playing behind. I also wouldn't mind working a bit more on his relationship with his children. They're not overly close, although Mortimer is quite the family man. He has been working hard through his whole life, so he's been at work a lot and he's dedicated a lot of time to his career. So before the abduction, Bella was definitely the homemaker. So that has obviously had an effect on the relationship he has with his children. So now that it is just them and him, I do want him to work more on that. Hopefully this doesn't take too long to load. As I said in one of my previous videos, the only way I could get The Sims 2 to work with OBS was to play it in windowed mode. And it's not running as well as it has been. Just, I don't know if it's something to do with that. But yeah, I know it can be a bit sort of stuttery. But we will see. And as I said before, I also play with a wants-based playstyle. So with Mortimer and Dina, I don't really want to progress their relationship unless Mortimer wants it to. Otherwise, it would wait until we were playing with Dina and she rolled such a want. But we'll see. But I hope you guys are enjoying this. I'm really loving playing The Sims 2 again. One of my all-time favourite games. So no, I am really glad I got it to work. Oh, come on, please. I think next time I will just cut out the loading screen. I definitely should have done it this time. But I'm too far in now. We can't back down. There we go. Oh, he wants to get a grandchild. Okay, well, we're definitely going to promise that in. Okay, and let's just take a little look at Dina here. So this is the potential future lover of Mortimer Goth. Quite a bit younger than him, but that's not really an issue. So we will have a little gossip with Dina. We'll admire her. Maybe give her a little flirt. Tell her a little joke. Give her a hug. Just try and get things moving along nicely. He also wants to dine out, but he's not overly hungry. Also, that pigtail's just reminding me as soon as we go back, we do need to give Cassandra a makeover because I am not having those pigtails. Let's give her a little kiss. What does Dina want? Get picture taken with... Oh! Oh my! So Dina and Don have had a relationship going. As the surname suggests, Don Lothario is the town Casanova. So that's... I don't know if Mortimer's going to touch upon that, or if he'll maybe let it be known to Don when he returns home that, you know, that's not okay. Like, as you can see, Mortimer doesn't get on with Don, and he doesn't think that Don is the right candidate for Cassandra to marry. You know, he's got quite high standards, and he thinks that his daughter could do a lot better than a slime ball like Don. Just wants to play, so we'll give her a little tickle, and then I think we will just dine out together since we are here. So we'll go and be seated. Oh, We can also make out. I do want to have dinner first though, so we'll probably leave that for after. We can maybe do some of the cute dinner interactions though. I absolutely love it. It's like steal food and things and have a little toast. Is Dina going to come join us, or is she just going to sit over there on the bubble blower? Come on, Dina. I really wish that restaurants worked better in The Sims 4 because, like, I love taking my Sims out on dates. Absolutely love it. Time's running out though, so what we need to do... So let's have a little toast. I'm also just going to pause this quickly. And I'll order for Mortimer. He would definitely get lobster. And I think Dina probably get lobster as well, you know. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so they want to kiss. So what we'll do is we will blow a kiss to Dina at the table. Hopefully that will get us into having a good date. So our timer extends. Let's flirt. We'll caress her hums. We can't really give a back rub or anything at the table. There we go. Our time's back up, so we'll be able to eat our dinner and things. Oh, that's so cute. You know, honestly, I really do like Dina and Mortimer as a couple. Like, I do think they are really nice together. And I personally don't see Dina as a gold digger. Although, would once, like, marry a rich sim, you know. No, I'm going to promise that to her just now. When we go and play her, we can maybe change it. Dinner is served. I'm actually getting really hungry looking at this, and I don't even like seafood. So let's feed a bite, although we're eating the same thing. I just really love the dinner interactions. So cute. And then play. We will steal a bite. And then I don't really think Mortimer would throw food, as I don't see him doing that. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this on speed 2 until they finish eating, because there isn't really much else. I don't see. I love proposing at the dinner table, but I don't think it's the right time to do it yet. Come on, guys, finish your dinner. And then we'll give Dina a squeeze. Right, stop eating now, you're not having dessert. And then they also want to make out. So I will do that. Hopefully we can get a dream date tonight.
Oh my God.
That is disgusting. Whoever that was. Else wants to give a back rub to Dina. We can definitely do that. Oh, she fears being rejected for a public woohoo. He does want to woohoo with Dina, but I don't really know if Mortimer's the public woohoo kind of guy. Unless maybe Dina's inspiring him to live on the wild side. I mean, they both want to do it. Yeah, you know what? Let's go for it. I think Mortimer's feeling a bit more sort of rebellious now that he's with Dina. He's not dated someone for a very long time. Obviously, him and Bella had been married for years. And when you're in a long-term relationship, things kind of settle down. So with Dina, everything is new and fresh. And he's just really interested in trying these things that he would never have dreamed of doing before. So no, it is bringing out a side of Mortimer that he has not seen. So no, we will have a little woohoo. And we will just leave them to it. So everyone's gathering round to look, of course. Oh, he wants to get married to Dina. I don't know which one to promise now. I think we'll do get married. So we're going to propose engagement. We're going to do it. We're going to get engaged to Dina tonight after he goes for a quick bathroom break. Because that's very good woohoo practice to go for a wee afterwards. Heard it here first. Oh, that's trees in the way though. I hope, where's Dina going? I kind of hope they propose somewhere nice. I mean, the garden's quite cute, I guess. And we did get a dream date, which is nice. Come on, Mortimer. Don't have all night. Is he stuck in there? Okay, no, he's only just sitting there. He is that bit older. We need to give him... He's not washed his hands.
Oh, Father Silo. Oh,
Revivo. Oh, that's a bit rubbish. But we did it. We're now proposed. We're engaged. Oh, that's nice. So we're just going to have a kiss. And then I think we're going to end the date. It's going to be interesting telling Cassandra and Don the news when obviously Dina has been romantically involved with Don. Which Mortimer hasn't really clicked onto. Or he's keeping his cards close to his chest anyway. So what we're going to do is we're just going to end the date. We've had a dream date and it's gone well. Oh, he wants to make best friends with Alexander as well. That's really nice. We are just going to pay the bill and leave though. It's getting late and Mortimer needs to go to bed. So he'll just head to bed when he gets home, and then we'll kind of explore things a bit with Cassandra and Don and see their relationship. I have learned my lesson though, so I will end it just now and I will come back to you guys when we're back in the house. See you soon. Hello everybody and welcome back. Mortimer has just got home from his date and he needs to tell Cassandra and Alexander the big news. So let's go on. It's not really gossip. But no, he does need to tell the kids that, you know, he's got engaged to Dina. And, you know, there's going to be some more big changes coming to the family. See, although aliens have abducted your mother, that does not change the way that I felt about her. You know, shared some of the best years of our lives. But, you know, it's time for me to look for love on this planet. So, myself and Dina have come to the decision that, you know, neither of us are getting any younger. And we are wanting to take things to the next step. So, I think Cassandra would probably be a bit put out by that. You know, she's not really too fond of Dina. She doesn't agree with what Dina's doing. She definitely feels that Dina is taking advantage of her father and her father can't see what Dina is doing. So I think rather than take it out on Mortimer, Cassandra would busy herself taking care of the house. So Mortimer is exhausted after that. So he's going to head to bed, and so is little Alexander. He's just going to go to the bathroom, and then he's going to go to bed ready for school in the morning. He does also want to gain a logic skill point. You know, Cassandra needs to sort of air her feelings. Put away leftovers. So she is going to sort of confide in Dawn about what's happened. Obviously, Dawn now knows that Dina and Mortimer are a thing. Although Dawn is seeing multiple people, he doesn't like it when they see people that aren't him. He's actually quite jealous for being the way he is. So we're gonna, tell him that, her father is now engaged, and she doesn't approve. So she just kind of wants that reassurance that she's not crazy for feeling this way, that she definitely thinks something is wrong. So she would definitely need that sort of hug to make her feel better. And then they would have, a little kiss to cheer her up. Now, Cassandra is definitely very much... We're just going to change her appearance quickly because I don't like those, that pigtails. Now, Cassandra is very much a sort of traditional sim. She doesn't believe in woohoo before marriage, which has been a massive issue for Don, because obviously a huge part of his personality is woohooing with as many women as he possibly can. I do quite like that here for Cassandra. I also want to change her glasses. Maybe her makeup as well. Yeah, so that's been a big issue for Don, just because, he typically doesn't like to get involved with women if it's not for, woohoo purposes. So he would definitely try and, bend Cassandra's ear to get involved with him in that way. I'm going to try to pick lipstick. I think that's quite nice for her. There we go. Cassandra does really love Dom. She does. So she would probably try and do things to keep him happy, even though if it doesn't... Oh, there's little flowers for Mortimer. Even if it doesn't technically meet her standards, she does want to try and keep Dawn interested. I can relax. So it took a long time to convince her father to even let Dawn stay over, just because he doesn't approve of the relationship and he doesn't think Dawn is worthy of Cassandra. So they're just gonna talk things out. Cassandra does. She's not worried because her father can take care of himself, but at the same time, she feels that Dina can be quite manipulative, and she's trying to get her hooks into her father, who is in a very vulnerable place due to what happened to her mother. So she does just need that time with Dawn to kind of clear her thoughts and sort of air her grievances, I suppose, because she doesn't feel she can say this to her father. And obviously with Dawn being the way that he is, he probably uses his charm to kind of coerce her to go a bit further than she would normally do. With the wedding coming up, they're basically already married. They've been engaged for so long. It's a completely natural thing to do. Everyone else is, why shouldn't they? So the more that he talks to Cassandra, the more she kind of comes around to this idea of thinking. Even though she's had this idea in her head about her first time for years, it's kind of happened in a way that she wouldn't necessarily have wanted. But Dawn has kind of won her over. So things are progressing a bit. Got to adjust my So with that, it's kind of left Cassandra feeling a bit, I don't know, hurt isn't the right word, but it's not lived up to her expectations. It's not what she thought her first time would be like. It's not what she had imagined for so many years, like growing up. You know, she's kind of turned her back on her models and she's feeling a bit upset with herself. So we'll need to see how that plays into their relationship. I do think that will be like a point of contention though. Though since everyone, well, Mortimer is now awake, but since most people are sleeping, I do think I'm going to end this part here. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. As I said in the last part, we'll be able to see more gameplay and get more involved in the stories after we've kind of introduced ourselves to everyone and got to know them. So for these introductory parts, it will just be playing, one day in their lives. But no, I do hope you guys have enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next part. Bye, guys.